I'm Deputy Chief Mitch Short. The topic of this presentation is Wildfire Community Preparedness. It's an overview of FireSmart Canada's guidelines on how to best protect your homes and property from wildfires. Wildfires are a natural part of the wildland ecosystem, but by extending our lifestyles of communities into forested areas, we are increasingly becoming exposed to the danger of wildfire. Last year in New Brunswick, we had a total of 98 wildfires burning 111 hectares. That's 275 acres. This was an increase both the number of fires and the areas burned by almost 30%. Living where wildfires occur puts your homes at risk, but it's possible to reduce the risk by following FireSmart Canada guidelines. What is the wildland-urban interface? This is the zone of transition between wildland, forest, and human development. It is where the fuel for the fire changes from trees to houses. Homes within heavily wooded areas means we have a high fuel load, and narrow, long, winding driveways mean we have restricted access for firefighting vehicles. How wildfires grow. Continued hot, dry, and windy weather conditions dry out the fuel in the forest and makes the ignition of a wildfire possible. A fire occurs and spreads as fire embers and flames contact the ignitable parts of a structure. Burning debris can travel up to 2 kilometers ahead of a fire and ignite materials on or near your home. Radiant heat from a fire as far away as 30 meters can melt siding and also ignite your home. As a fire spreads towards homes, they ignite and further spread the fires to other combustible objects in its path. So to stop the fire, we need to create a break in this path. Thus, this is where FireSmart comes in. FireSmart is the Canadian standard on how best to prepare your home and property for wildfires. It is recognized by all provinces and territories. It's backed by field, laboratory, and modeling research. FireSmart methods have been demonstrated time and time again to reduce the risk of loss, even under the most extreme fire conditions. A wildfire can follow a path from the forest to your home. It can be slowed if the trees near your home are spaced out. Over the next few slides, we will look at how to create breaks within that path which can protect your home. Some changes are easy, such as cleaning debris and trimming trees, but some of the changes can be costly and not possible for some homeowners. Focus on what is realistic for you to do, and for changes that cannot be done right away, try to incorporate them into a long-term plan, such as when doing renovations. Zone 1. Up to 10 meters from your home. Do a general cleanup. Remove combustibles such as dead grass, needles, and dried leaves. Mow the grass, move wood piles, propane tanks, and gas tanks outside of the 10-meter area. Clear the roof and eaves trough of debris and overhanging trees. Right next to the home, remove any combustible material and replace it with things that won't burn, such as gravel, brick, or concrete. Avoid having woody shrubs, trees, or tree branches in this area also. Zone 2, 10 meters to 30 meters from your home and other structures. Again, thin and prune vegetation and trees. Trees should be spaced so the crowns are 3 to 6 meters apart to prevent fire from jumping from tree to tree. To prevent a fire from spreading from the ground to the forest canopy, remove any ladder fuels, such as deadfalls and thick shrubs. If planting new trees, consider deciduous species such as maple, birch, oak, and poplar, as they do not catch on fires readily. In Zone 3, 30 to 100 meters from your home, take steps to reduce the intensity and rate of spread of a wildfire by looking for opportunities to create space between trees and other potentially flammable vegetation. Thinning and pruning are effective in this area as well, but here we want to focus on fuel reduction and conversion rather than removal as the main priority in this zone. Making your house and structures fire resistant also helps to reduce the risk of wildfires. Untreated wood shingles are the leading cause of home loss due to wildfires. Use fire-resistant roofing materials such as metal, clay, or concrete tiles, asphalt shingles, or treated wood shingles. Roof eaves and inside quarters of your roof can trap heat and embers, increasing the risk of damage and loss of structures. So regularly clean your roof of combustible materials. Remove debris from your gutters and consider installing screening with mesh to reduce the amount of debris that can accumulate there. Replace the underside of overhangs with non-combustible materials or plywood sheeting. While vents play an important role in removing moisture from attics, they create an opening for sparks and embers. So screen vent openings with a 1/4-inch mess. Use fire-resistant siding materials such as stucco, brick, concrete block, poured concrete, rock, or manufactured fire-resistant siding. Logs and heavy timbers are reasonably effective, but untreated wood and vinyl siding offer the least protection. Siding is vulnerable because embers get into cavities behind the siding and it can ignite where siding comes close to the ground. So have a ground to siding clearance of at least 15 centimeters. Remove accumulated debris from between and below slotted decking, as embers and sparks can collect under these spaces. Clear branches within 3 meters of your chimney and have it checked by a wet certified inspector. Maintain a 3-meter clearance between branches and power lines. Contact NB Power to remove dead trees that may come in contact with power lines. Also, if you have sheds or other outbuildings within 10 meters of your home, give these the same FireSmart considerations. And finally, install your civic address sign in a location that's easily visible for first responders. The information contained in this presentation came from a combination of FireSmart Canada resources and the New Brunswick Department of Natural Resources and Energy Development. Thank you for your time. For more information, check the FireSmart Canada website or download the FireSmart app. The New Brunswick Forest Fire Watch website is also an excellent source of information, and you can call your local Natural Resources and Energy Development office.